interesting, and then everybody showed up.
Just the situation itself, you're 3-1 down, thinking it might be over, but then you are 3-3, get a point. Walk through this, the emotions of the whole last, 20 minutes?
I thought it was an intriguing game, actually, I thought, because of they sat so low for good stretches. They extended themselves. They didn't win a lot of balls high, but when they sat so low and just really kind of bogged us down and were able to keep us in front of them so much, and we made probably three, maybe four big mistakes and got punished for those decisions and those mistakes. And we spent a lot of the game trying to figure out how to turn possessions into something that looked like a chance or yeah, I mean, at 3-1, it felt like it was going to be difficult, but we were trying to make some subs and trying to get some guys into positions where we could whip some balls in the box, do something to try to create some numbers up in the box and some action ahead of the ball, so that we could try to find a way to break through the wall that they had set up there. So yeah, I'm proud of the guys that came on and just kept working through it. These games are crazy always, so in a rivalry game or any game, you never give up. These games specifically have always had a way to have some crazy in them, and didn't disappoint there at the end. But I saw some things as we were sitting on the side, like trying to get Mauricio in because he's such a good server of the ball in those wide positions, trying to get an extra body up there, up top. With whether it was Christian or Nasi, is trying to get another guy up, because a lot of times Jesus was sometimes dropping in and looking like a back five, and then sometimes he would step out. But whenever he went into a back five, we just didn't have numbers up against him, and so it was an interesting game. I found it tactically intriguing, and again, there wasn't a ton of shots in the game overall, but the ones that were taken, a lot of them went in the goal, so it made for an interesting night. So and the intensity was there for the fans, and I think it was I'm glad our guys just kept fighting till the end, and they found a way through.
Even at 3-1, it seemed to be you had guys on there arguing with each other. I'm sure you probably saw it as well, but
yeah,
did that sort of galvanize the group a little bit, do you think?
Yeah, possibly, because sometimes I feel like a little fight, a little passion, a little something in there can just spur up a little bit more energy, a little more intention, a little more purpose, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I've seen that particular situation before, but yeah, I mean, the group, we got more intention to try to break lines and to try to finish our attacks as we started chasing the game a little bit more. I felt like we started to, I didn't want to say take risk in the final action, but try to run through the line, play through the line, see if we couldn't break down the group that was keeping us in front of them all game. And I feel like guys started to do that. They started to move off of each other and not just pass and stand, but guys started to move off of each other, and seams started to show up. And then obviously when they take a red card, that means that there's just a little bit more space on the field. They lost one of their center backs, which means they're probably going to be a little bit smaller in the back, and then Maya going up high means we're bigger in the box, and so there's just minuscule advantages that we were able to take advantage of at the end to get ourselves back into it.
Greg, you mentioned post Austin that you didn't really like the intensity out of the team that day. Was this the proper kind of response? Is this what you were looking for out of the team after that loss?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting game, because I think when a team sits like that on you and they're very comfortable doing that, it takes a little bit of the intensity out of the game at times, versus two teams that are pressing and going at each other. But I definitely thought as the intensity was there, it was just hard sometimes, I think, to see it, because the way the game played out through stretches of the game. Obviously in transition, they're so good. You make a mistake, a bad decision in transition, and it's costly. But I thought when the game continued and pressed on, I felt like, I think the concentration and the appropriate intensity was there, but I obviously got to a different level of sort of passion and intensity down the stretch, and that was. You don't want to always be on that edge, but as I said to our guys, we need to be on the edge today. We need to be smart and not get over the edge, but we need to be on the edge of having kind of Derby intent ourselves, and I think it came to life as the game continued to progress.
Talk about the mentality to fight back from 3-1.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Again, I think the group they believe in themselves, they believe in each other, they believe in what we're doing. Again, we've got to find ways to not put ourselves in holes and to give up goals in some of the ways that we give up goals, make a little bit better choices. But I think, the group feels like they have the tools out there when they get going, if they can solve some of the problems in the game and finish the chances that they get, that they can stay in it. And we saw it today. They just kept competing until the end. And when we went to 3-2, then I think the energy really stepped up again. Like, okay, there might be something in there for us, and we found a way. So sometimes you just have to have some things fall your way too. And great cross, great header, and I think the one that Lloris saves a little earlier probably would have been offside. So I'm not sure if that would have stood anyways. So, but that was a good action. But I think we needed to get something out of this game. And the guys
Great.
fought through.
The decision to start Luca Sanabria instead of Diego, like, what do you see of him, and what do you wonder from Diego in the second half?
Yeah, started Luca. Just he's a little more defensive in nature and combative in the midfield, and we were going to keep our two pivots a little closer to home. And I felt like in transitions he could break up some things. Defensively, having somebody, not just Edwin, but having somebody who can in their possessions when Buwanga's getting one-on-one, who can really work back and try to help on the inside shoulder of our fullback, so that they can try to double team him and keep him to the outside, things like that. So we did it in an effort to try to protect ourselves a little bit defensively. I felt like maybe getting a little tired. It's a different type of environment and game that he's been in for this season, and he missed a couple passes, and I think just a little bit of fatigue was setting in. Andy was on a yellow card, and so if he's defending in transition moments, I was a little concerned for him in those types of situations. So with Diego, we brought him on. We also tried to adjust our positioning. We pushed Diego a little bit higher and tried to build and get at them a different in a little bit different way, and so having him out there we were down at that time 1-0, so having him, or 2-0, I remember what
2-1.
Was it 2-1 when he came on?
2-1.
Yeah, so just bringing another guy on who has the feel for these types of games. So I thought we needed a bullet in the holster a little bit, so I didn't start all the guys that have been starting lately, so that we had somebody with some experience, some attacking experience to come in, because it was going to be a 90-minute game as it was 97.
The little mini brawl and the way it plays out, you getting man advantage.
And now the group sees, for us, we see an advantage of one less guy on the field when, the whole day you're dealing with a really low, tight block, and now they have one less guy to put in that low, tight block. Maybe the guys sense there's something in it for us. I think always those situations bring a different kind of intensity and passion into the situation, but them losing a man, I think maybe just opened up just a little bit more space for us to try to take advantage of the situation.
That's kind of a weird thing that you don't really think of. Everyone's getting in there fighting. Who knows who's going to get the cards and stuff? But it's kind of a plus for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is what I was saying earlier. For our guys, it was you got to play on the edge, but you can't go over the edge, because these games, they can have emotion and they can get you. And if you go over there, I mean, Amiro went over the edge, but he went over it on his own, which is different than going after somebody else's teammate, I think. For them, it just wasn't a good decision, and we got penalized for it, and we took advantage of it.
The mistakes that you guys did make that they took advantage of, it just led to massive space in behind, and especially the one where Buwanga from his little chip and run. I mean, that's probably about an 85-yard play for right now.
Yeah, that one was I think a little bit fluky, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I don't think that the touch was meant to who it went to and how it stepping forward, and I think the touch meant that the fastest guy was going to get there, and he that guy. But we in all three situations needed to be a little more cautious in the situation because of the way the situation played out, and hard to try situation. Now we're really separated. The second aggressive to try to deal with it. Not prepared. You have to, even though you be a little more cautious and maybe but we paid for him.
Justin is
hasn't been the most productive, but gets the brace tonight. What did you like from him tonight?
Just sticking with it, you know. It was hard for him. I think it was hard for him to find space and to really attack and get. I mean, they do an interesting job of when Jesus drops back into the back line, their fullbacks get really aggressive and get tight to the wingers, so it's hard for the wingers sometimes to build any speed at them and really go one-on-one or take them on. We tried him on the right, and he just kind of stuck with the game, even though I don't think it was his most influential game in some ways, but he was able to over the course of it. Obviously, good finish on the penalty, but to stay with it and get the second goal, I just think it's important. Again, these games, all these games in the whole season, like it's for him when he stays on the move, he's very difficult to play against. When he stands and he waits for the ball at his feet to try to build speed, I feel like teams have a way of defending him that hasn't been his most successful. So I think he kept working through the game and trying to find ways. There's times I think he was dropping a little too low and trying to pick up the ball, sometimes really deep. But I think he was just trying to get away from the fullback sometimes so he could try to face forward and get some kind of influence on the game.
we'll go to Josh and then Sophie. One question each, please.
All right. Hey, Greg. Just looking at the goals 2 and 3. Is that goal number 2 with Peck scoring that? Is that one of the best goals you guys have scored? And then looking at goal number 3 with Maya Yoshida, a guy who's had so many headers go off crossbars and just barely go over. What does it mean for him to sort of score that goal?
Yeah, I thought the second goal was just a great team action. Again, something we've seen sparingly. I mean, between Joe and Gabe, 2 guys who are big parts of those things, each of them only has 1 assist. And so that when you do that, you don't see as many team goals as we were used to seeing last year. But getting that action going, I thought was nice. And for Maya, like you said, I mean, he's gotten his head on a lot of things, and it's a little bit of a Hail Mary, and he gets in the box, and he's able to get one. I know for him, just it's been a battle, and as a team, we've given up a ton of goals, and when you do that, the center backs take a lot of heat, and the back line takes a lot of heat. But for him to today be able to go up to the front and help us to get something out of this game, I'm sure first and foremost he's exhausted. He played through all 3 games this week, but I'm sure he's happy to be able to contribute in that way.
And we'll wrap with Sophie on Zoom.
Hey, Greg. A very satisfying point in a heated derby. Would you be a little frustrated, perhaps, by how poor the set pieces were today? Do you think that was an edge that maybe you lost in the game? Felt like it was a little wasteful at times.
Yeah, I think we were disjointed, if I could say, maybe on some of the set pieces. A couple times I felt like we hit them and we weren't even ready for them to be hit. Like we didn't know who was going to hit them. I felt like the signaling and the attention inside of that, the detail wasn't sharp enough. We opted yesterday. To be fair, these are things we should be good at this time of the year. We should stick with the play calling and stay with it. Normally on -1, if we throw in a couple wrinkles, given who the opposition train them. In a short term, we actually didn't train them through making excuses. That's just part of it. But I felt like we didn't execute well on those tonight, and those are always an opportunity. We've been reasonably dangerous on them in the last for the last few weeks, and tonight certainly not.
All right. Thank you for your time, Greg.
Good.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pull it out late.
Thanks, Greg.
Anything nice this year?
So we can show over.
Bye, I gotta take my shirt out. No? Okay.
la primera vez y los payasos de es que no, por ahí no puede, por ahí no puede.
It's part of it. Let the thing flow naturally.
Cada partido es
That's why PR sometimes needs to learn how to.
I agree. I agree. Reality is different from utopia.
Well, no, that should be a reality.
I agree, should be, but it's not.
So that's why we need to have a greater
Venga, para que pierdan peso, venga, venga, venga.
Yeah, you can feel the difference.
Coño, que eso una casa en sauna. Es una armadura ya. ¿Dijeron quién viene en lugares o no? Maya Yoshida seguro y tal vez.
I was just going to ask about the SGs. I feel like that's the one thing that needs to be asked, but it wasn't.
Que venga el Enrique. Estamos emborrachándose con Piqué. Sí.
About the SGs. That's what I was going to ask, but I have to work. So I get one question.
LA Live. There were another 3-4 questions left out there.
Le pasaron de payasos en ese cuarto.
And I'm just let those questions happen. It's not like you guys are
Yo creo que lo hicieron a ellos. Así como que eso lo hicieron los Lakers en el medio, bro.
Sí, pero eso fue en los 80, güey. Estamos en el 2000, dice.
I know.
Cualquier ventaja de ganar, pero eso ya no da ventaja de nada.
Me va a estar dolido. Voy a llegar acá en Sudón, mi mujer me va a decir, ¿y usted dónde se metió? No, no convence, bro. Ay, no, bro, muy caliente. Lo de que no me sido la idea. No sé, pero casi. Teach me a German word for the situation.
No, it's gonna be hard to say.
Glückwunsch.
Congratulations. I can give you the whole. You actually gonna use it?
Huh?
You actually gonna use it?
Yeah, if I can find like how to use it appropriately, you know? I want to use it correctly in context.
I did the first time when they first walked out.
See.
Yeah, who decides? Is the home team? Who decides it's the home team?
This?
Yeah.
Well, it was either this or the hallway.
Hallway.
But the hallway is not conducive.
Why can't you use the locker room in the other?
Because
that's
we
connected?
travel the entire team.
So you're using it as a locker room?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. This is the only.
Did
this drop?
The teams do.
Mike, you like Saunders? Here we go.
Yeah, we'll keep it quick. One question each for everyone, please.
At least.
Just let the thing play out now.
Yeah. I guess. All right. We are now joined by LA Galaxy captain Maya Yoshida, who scored the game-time goal in the 97th minute. And with that, we'll go ahead with Damian Calhoun.
Hey, Mike, just first of all, can you just walk us through the last 20, 25 minutes? You guys are down 3-1. You go 3-2, and there's a mini rumble going on. Come out with a red card, and you guys get a point there.
Yes. First of all, 1 point, good 1 point. It's derby. It doesn't matter the position where we are now. But to be honest, I feel like the goals we conceded were too easy. That's exactly what they wanted to do, and this counter-attack every time same wrong counter-attack, and we have to manage that. That was a very clear, and we didn't make the proper job. Then we got punishment. Luckily today we could come back, but obviously they look so tired after they play Club World Cup and travel to Minnesota midweek. We should play much better. We need to, as I say, after we win DC United maybe, we need more consistency. Not too much up and down through the season, during the game. There's too many careless things. That's why we are where we are here, where we are. Of course, I can't be happy for the season so far, but we still have a chance to go through the playoff. So next game is very important again. Obviously, every game is important now for us. And again, difficult game against Houston away in August. Nope, July. Still, wow. Yes. I get used to it. But good thing is, my daughter doesn't like LAFC, so she at least I can go home with a smile, and hopefully she's going to be proud of me.
Maya, based on the run of play, do you feel like you earned a point, or do you feel like you stole a point today?
Of course, we earned the point. As I say, how we play, we should play much better, especially first half. And 2 goals they made is exactly what they wanted, and we are very clear that we have to be careful with that. And we didn't manage that. Then, as I say, we get punishment. Yes, but I take the positive side, of course, as always, and we showed great spirit. And the goal I scored was great. Came back. A good score, but same time Maurizio delivering long time, a lot great balls through the season during the training as well. So I trust him and I believe him where he probably put the ball. Also, the Christian brought another centre backs to the fast post. I had the space, so this is my goal, but also the whole squad contribution and showing great spirit. So we need to keep going.
We've just seen this team lose points, lose games right at the end of games during this season to win a point like this, given how the last 5 minutes, 8 minutes after, especially after the little mini brawl, and against your biggest rivals, just how's that feel?
Again, the derby is different. Of course, we drop on many points like San Diego last time and San Jose also home. But Barry, we still hanging there, and as I said, we still have a chance, possibility to get playoff, maybe. So this is my main target, and as I say, we need more consistency and maintain our performance well. This is also the target for this season. I understand after last season it's different. We will probably not get another title this season, but also new players came and need to improve many things in the squad as a team, and they are getting better. But still, we need to improve more. This is every game, every training, a lesson for me and for us.
But how much joy was there in this? How much joy was there
for
in
me?
This? Yeah, just in the way.
Sometimes I lose my head. Sometimes I can push. I feel like I can push another 5 years. This is day by day. So I hope more days positive, less negatives.
Zoom, Josh, you have a question?
Yeah, real quick. You've so many times this season you've hit the crossbar on headers. They've just gone over. You've had so many close calls. Is there relief today that it went in, or is there? I maybe use a word like Scott said. Is there joy in?
Yeah, goal is a main part of the soccer. So finally, yeah, as you say, I had a lot of opportunity to score, and I missed a lot, hitting post as well. So finally, I could score today to contribute to the team. Very happy for that. Hopefully more to come, but about time. Yeah.
And last question to Sophie.
Hi Maya. I asked Greg about the set pieces today because it felt like you had some real missed opportunities on the set pieces, not as tight as they have. He kind of agreed with that in the game. Did you get a sense that was happening?
Set pieces attacking, you mean?
Yeah, set pieces, corners, short corners.
Last couple games.
It felt like.
Yeah, go on.
No, please go. Yeah.
Last couple games, we could score from the short corner. I think they prepare well for that as well. And yes, since last season, that's attacking and defending. This is the very important part to improve for ourselves, to reduce the goal against and scoring the goal too. Especially we have a good delivers and some big target mans.
All right, thank you for your time, Maya.
All right, thank you.
We'll wrap up with Marco Royce. Yeah.
How much time do you think before you have?
Momentarily.
Momentarily.
That's the hope.
He's still having massage.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Let's hope so.
Oh, they'll have started by now, but
I'm not sure they have. They didn't send anything in the WhatsApp. LAFC knows.
Steve scored already.
yeah.
He was typical, mad, angry, stormed off.
Did he really?
He stormed
He
down.
didn't storm off, but he was just like, "I wanted to talk to anybody."
Oh, they did already.
You know when they lose, he's not happy.
What did he say?
That the refs did a bad job. You should ask the refs.
What did he say about the brawl?
I asked him. He said, "I don't know. I didn't really see it. I have to watch the game."
What did he say about the
Valencia
red card and how the red card hurt them?
He was
So they
got to
just
control
didn't send
emotions, but
any-
the refs didn't do a good job controlling the emotions.
They didn't send any messages in the WhatsApp?
Valencia was mad. Surgeon.
What is it?
Oh, they did.
Segura was out there greeting all of his teammates as they were coming in.
Definitely an advantage.
We are now joined by LA Galaxy midfielder Marco Royce. We'll go one question each, hopefully. We'll go ahead and start with Damien Calhoun.
Hey Marco, you're 3-1 down. How did you see the rest of that game for the playoff?
I mean, this game shows again a little bit of the roller coaster this season. We struggle a lot with counter-attacks, especially today. We knew that Holonga isn't doing that much defensively wise, so that means that we have to be careful if we lose the ball, and it was from 3 goals, I think 3 times almost on the left side, and then it's of course hard to come back, but on the other side, what I mean with the roller coaster is like somehow we keep our mentality and shows it again that we are not giving up, especially in the situation away in the derby, and it means a lot to us coming back from 2-0, 3-1. But at the end, I had the feeling that we could win this game if we play a little bit faster, and especially not losing that much balls.
Keep moving. Okay,
Take us through that final play, and as you're watching it, as you're in there, and crossing the finish and all that, and then the joy from that.
I mean, yeah, Maya was coming to me earlier, 5 minutes before. He was asking me should he go in front, and say yes, of course. if we play long balls, everything can happen in the situation. And I guess Chris did a great job of having 2 or 3 guys in his back or in his front. And first time that Maya scored finally with the head, with his big head. So very happy for him. And but like I said before, I'm more frustrated or disappointed about the result because our goal was to win here, and yeah, now it's a tie, and it's okay, but not that what we want.
The absence of the majority of the supporter group for the Galaxy were here tonight due to the still protesting. How much this affect the group on this game?
I mean, first of all, we was happy to see some fans here from our club. But of course, when we play home, of course we want all the fans showing up in our stadium. We need them, especially in the last 2-3 games. The atmosphere was not that good, like honestly, and it means a lot to the team. I spoke with a lot of guys, and they are thinking the same, that we need supporters. And yeah, I don't know how the situation are. Honestly, I'm not that much involved, but for sure for us, for the team, we need them.
Marco, internally in the locker room, you said there's a little bit of frustration. Some people might say joy. How is it for you guys kind of just bouncing from this moment, saying like this is I guess, an okay result because it's 1 point, but how do you guys kind of move forward and look at continuing to try to stack points and move up the table?
Yeah, I mean, we have to look forward. I mean, we have now the solution. We are still last, I guess. So this is not our ambition. So I don't know how many points until the playoff plays. But yeah, I mean, in the last weeks we didn't lose that much games. Today, like I said, it shows again the mentality of the team. But our goal has to be and is, win all games, because we are not giving up until it's over. So it starts again Friday in Houston with another away game, and if we want to continue, then we have to win.
Yeah, I got another one.
Yeah.
The whole situation that started with Mauricio, the tackle, and then everything started from there. At that point, are you trying to keep guys away? It seemed like it just started growing and growing and growing. Guys
The
coming in.
3-3 or the 2-3?
The brawl.
When there was a fight.
The fight.
Yeah.
The fight.
Yeah.
Me in this situation.
Yeah. Are you
well,
trying to keep guys away or trying to?
I mean, what can I do? I mean, there was almost all players involved, and for me, it makes no sense to go also there. And I mean, let them, if they want to fight, let them fight. Maybe the guy from LAFC, they get more games suspended, because I guess after his red card, he was going again to Diego and pushing him and hit him. I mean, it's also a derby, and it shows that everybody wants to win, and especially for us when we play away, we have to be there, emotional, and it's like this. Sometimes in football, this can happen, and it's not like a big thing for us.
Marco, you have 13 goal contributions in 14 games. Is anything different at the moment than the way you're preparing, or is it just simply down to you staying healthy at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, staying healthy. That's the biggest key for me. But even in the last 2-3 games, was not my best games. A little bit missing the combination with the guys up front. Had not so many chances. But even today, like, I was a little bit disappointed that the opponent was staying so deep and just want to play through the counter attacks, and we didn't understand that we have to give the ball to the outsides and then change the sides, and then it will open the space for me especially. And then it took some times, and then in our second goal was something like that, and especially with Diego, he gives us a little bit more of ball movements, staying on the side, and give and go. I would say this is the most important thing for us: give and go, not staying in a position when you pass the ball. Just open the space, and yeah, I mean it's okay for me now, but like I said before, the most important thing is that we win games.
And final question on Zoom, Sophie, go ahead.
Hey Marco, you say you're disappointed with the result. Do you also think that a performance like this and a goal at the end like that brings the team closer together?
I mean, we are so close together. You cannot imagine. It shows. Well, we have to show it today, and especially like I said, against this team, when you're 2 times 2-0 and 3-1 down, then coming back, it means a lot for us. But like I said, I didn't have the feeling that when they had the ball that they play us like through the lines or something like that. We were staying okay, but it just was the counter-attacks that is, where we're not in our best positioning, especially against Bologna. And but like I said before, something can happen. It happens to us a lot of times this season, and again we're coming back. We have to learn from it, and